All right. Howdy, everyone. How's everyone tonight? What is under my desk here? I want to hang out here for just a minute. See if God, I look tired as heck. Whew. Maybe it's just the lights going on here. Let's see if anyone pops in this Monday evening. Oh man, Cryotech, you're falling down, dude. Let's get you fixed here. Get you fixed on the shelf real quick. Dang, man. God, so top heavy. What's up, everybody? Our couple bodies. Thought we'd do a little Monday evening live stream while I was waiting on folks to get in here. Cryotech back here had fallen down, so trying to get him fixed. I really got to do something about all this display here. There's too many things all over the place. One of the people is my son. Love you too, man. Lyric just had his first night of work. So, who else is in the chat here? What is this message? Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Okay, that's some kind of warning. Can I get this thing to go away? What do we? Oh, what's happening here? Oh, wait. Effects. I don't want effects. What is this? Just record. What does this camera do here? Oh man, ooh, I don't like that at all. That looks better. Okay. All right, hang out here for a second. Tiger Hawks. Maybe I should get that razor claw at some point. Yeah, I got to get rid of some of this. Wow, I'm going to install this upgrade kit at some point too. Man, if y'all know something of how to keep dust under control, y'all let me know. I've got dust all over the place here, so the DNA boxes, I got to get those put in the prize closet back there. Got a couple more people dropping in here real quick. Oh, there's a dang brainstorm back here. Why is that back there? I'm going to guess that's a Liam doings right there. Oh, that's not cool. A Titans Return Brainstorm. Which one is this? This is the retro reissue. You can tell by the face there. If I'm not mistaken, that is that's the retro reissue head. Because I have the where is he? Brainstorm. Here he is. I think this was the original Titans release, or Titans Return release of the Brainstorm, and then this was the retro card collection from Walmart. So thank you, Game Squad. Nate, appreciate that. Yeah, and you can tell the difference in the tone. Like this is more animation accurate, if I'm not mistaken. This is more toy accurate, and I like the toy head better. I think I like I like anything with a face mask personally, but yeah, I thought we'd just jump on here, do a little Monday night live streaming, because why not? Halo's Amazing Adventures. Howdy, how are you tonight? Just kind of hanging out here for a second, see if anyone will jump in, chat, and we'll get to hanging out, talking about some Transformers. I was arranging my DNA kit boxes down here that need to be put in my closet. I have the Fort Max DNA upgrades that I have not put on him yet. So if y'all would like me to do a little pan of the camera and look at some of the collection, let me know. I'll kind of spin it around. It's nothing too crazy, I don't feel, but you know, I enjoy it. It's some of the stuff that I like. Let's see. Pascal Zeus. No, I am not rich. I have a side gig that makes a little bit per year. And then I used to collect all kinds of random things back in the day, back in my, high school and 20-year-old years and stuff. And so I had a lot of things that over like 2 decades, they were worth a lot of money. And I just sold those off to buy other things. So it's like, oh, I have a random M&M figure. Why do I have this? Let me see how much it goes for on eBay. Oh, wow, this cost me $15 and it goes for $70. So, and then I can turn that into all of this stuff. So, and for those of you new here, so there's a few things. I have been able to acquire most of the Titan classes, aside from some of the duplicates. I don't have the white Omega Supreme yet. I don't have the Nemesis either. And actually, I think that's it. I think those are the only Titans that I don't have. I have Black Zarek, but Black Zarek is in the closet in some boxes as well. So, yeah, I've tried to hit all the HasLabs, but I've gotten those kind of after the fact. But I never, if I have something, it is because I have gotten it on a deal. If I can preach anything about this hobby, is if you want something that's expensive, just be patient. Be patient and just watch eBay auctions. Wait for someone who has like a buy it now and make offer, or any kind of make an offer, because I have, well, he's over there. You're probably not going to see him, but right up there, have the Japanese exclusive Big Power, and that's a retool, remold, redeco of Titan's Return, Sky Shadow, and Overlord. That thing is normally like $300 to $350 or whatever. I got it for under 200. Honestly, I can't remember, but it was like maybe 125, maybe 150. I can't remember, but it was just one of those things. Someone had it up there. I just threw out a stupidly low offer, like a ludicrous price, where I'm like, I kind of felt bad making that kind of an offer. And I was like, well, I don't need to buy this, but let me just put it out there. And they were like, sold. So, my compatriot who joins me sometimes, he'll do the same thing. He's gotten some stuff the same way. So the point is be patient, especially those big ticket items like, our first, well, I guess it was our second customer, HasLab, their Victory Saber. Same thing with him. Normally he goes, for 3 to 5-ish. I got him for under that 3 mark. I kind of like, that's what I do. Like I set limits for myself. Like I'm not going to pay more than this for an item. And I just hold that line until, and that's how I got all the Titans now for under what they were going for until they were re-released. Like Trypticon, I got him for under 200, and now he's been re-released. I got the Metroplex over here for under like the 300 mark, when he was going for 4 or 5. Same thing with Omega Supreme there. I got the Arc up there for like, I got him on a deal with that Jetfire for the whole package was, and it was before Trailbreaker was re-released, and I got all those for like $100 or something. So the point is just wait, be patient. You'll get deals. So yeah, that's so easy to say in the West, but Asia barely has any of them in their prices. Yeah. See, I guess that is the luxury I have, but I don't know how the Asian market deals with things. I will say though, you guys have, in Asia, there are some exclusives that are like really hard to get over here. I do have the, well, he's actually, you can't see him. He's behind some stuff there, but I have the Japanese exclusive, clear animated Wing Optimus Prime. I got that on a stupid good deal too, like $70 or something. Normally that's a $300 figure, but that was Japanese exclusive. So we have, just, there are certain things that, the West has that, the East doesn't, and vice versa. So see, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys get cheaper Japanese exclusive. Actually, like, for example, today I saw where they are releasing, it's a limited collection of like 1,000 items, but it is Devastator, the newest Devastator, and it comes like a rolling kit, and he's like 196. Well, I can't remember how many yen that is. It's it ends up to being like 196 American dollars. That's 1,300. That seems low for yen. I apologize. I don't know how to do conversion rates. I'm not sure what all those are, but I think it's like 1,300 yen, 1,310 yen or something like that for the Devastator. And that's beats the American price, because if you buy each piece of that, I mean, just the 2-pack is $100 there. So, I mean, it's a pretty, pretty good deal if you can come across it. So, the United Legacy Soundwave. Yes, I do have the United Legacy Soundwave. He is in the closet, and I never opened him. The only reason I really got that was to get Buzzsaw, and now they have revealed the Studio Series Soundwave. So I'm kind of like, maybe I'll hang on to him. I like to have a few things in boxes that I can. Sometimes there's some stuff I'll buy like even 2 of just to have some in boxes. Because I like the experience of having something in package and not. And sometimes it works out. Sometimes there's some special things I'll buy a couple of, and it works out for the better. By me being able to like give something to someone else or help someone else out find something. Example, the recently released Matchbox. This Matchbox Nemesis Prime here, or the Mattel, I guess what it is, the Mattel Creations thing, the Nemesis. And the Optimus sold out like so fast back in the day. So I got on the list for this, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get 2 of them. The plan's like, I was gonna like maybe sell one later or something, but a great friend of mine who actually helps me out a lot, who actually helped me get something else. I'll show you guys here in a minute if you want. I was visiting him this weekend, and he said, I asked him if he had that, and he's like, no, I missed it. I was like, I've got an extra one. Don't worry, I got you covered, man. So, what's up, Lee? How's it going, man? That's kind of like what I want to do with this whole hobby and this whole channel is I like getting things to people if they can't find them however I can. So that's the long-term goal. I don't know how that works with international things, international shipping, but, I like to talk these things. And if there's any things you guys want to see or talk about, definitely let me know. So my favorite Transformer toy. Oh, God. Oh, man, that's a hard one. Wow. Gato Diablo, Gato, like Gato, Hellcat, right? All right there, Hellcat. I could say a favorite character simply because I think it was the first kind of like Transformer I maybe got, but my favorite Transformers toy, that's a hard one, man, because do we go based off design or do we go based off of like deco? Because there's some stuff that has like a really good deco that I don't like the figure of, and there's some stuff that's the opposite that I really love the transformation of that I don't like the deco of. It's a very multifaceted question. I'll needlessly complicate things until the end. I will say, okay, so not my favorite. Well, how about this? All right, Gato, stay tuned and come back to another stream, and I will pick what my favorite toy is and get back to you on that, because I can't come up with that off the top of my head. That's way too hard for me to figure out. I can say something that I recently picked up that I think's really, really cool. That's like, there's no reason to like it. Really, it's nothing special, but it's just like, it has a vibe to it, if that makes sense, to use like new slang. So after our live stream on Saturday, Will and I went to our local shop, and I picked up this little Nemesis Prime, who is a redeco of Thrilling 30 Huffer. And that Huffer was redecoed. Maybe he was redecoed into an Optimus as well. He's actually supposed to have a little tiny gun transforming guy who's a purple helicopter Spinister who was there, but I didn't pick him up. I've got to go back and get him. But this little Nemesis is the small Nemesis before the most recent core class Nemesis. Here, this guy here. And I like him way better. This figure has such a vibe to him to be a 10-year-old toy. Yeah, 30, so 10-year-old toy in the redeco. There's just something about him. Like, I love the way his chest pieces like open up, and there's the symbol there in the middle. I never even looked. Yeah, it's a Decepticon symbol. So there's a Decepticon symbol. The camera's not going to pick that up, but I really like this because I love the Tillax and I love the deco hits, but there's something about this guy that just, I don't know. I like him a lot. I like his teal feet. I think it translates better than this guy having all legs and like the little pops here. It's nice. All right, what do we got here? Let's see. Lee says nothing much going on. Let's see. Yeah. Scorponok. I do have the Scorponok Netflix figure back here. That guy there. I think Lee, who's in the chat, actually has the upgrade kit for this Scorponok, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that right, Lee? Do you have both of the upgrade kits? I know you have one of them. And that's something I debated on getting. I never ended up pulling the trigger on. It would make him a little higher to lots of things, but he's pretty good. I know they re-released him, and I don't know if he's still available or not, to be honest. So he's still out there. If anyone needs a Fast Tracks, I can help someone out with that because I have an extra one of those guys. But this is kind of my Five Faces of Darkness Season 3 kind of like spiel going on here, because we've got Scorponok and all the other little Headmaster guys down here, including some other guys. Like, actually, these are the Takara release. Oh man, I always forget these guys' name. Blowpipe, Slugslinger, all those guys. I'm missing the pink dude whose name escapes me because he is crazy expensive. But yeah, so that's kind of what that vibe is. And I have Galvatron there with them as well, and Cyclonus. Don't have a Scourge. I just didn't really care for that deco. I have other decos of the mold that I really enjoy. But if you want to see more about that Scorponok, let me know. So it's we'll take a look at it. So yeah, that's what I thought, Lee. I knew that you had some of the upgrades. I didn't know if you had both of them or not, though. So Revenge of the Fallen Studio Series Devastator. Let's see. Did you get that in the box kit, or did you buy like each individual piece? I've put that together before, and he's big, he's heavy. Surprisingly, stays together better than I thought he would, except for like a few things maybe around like the chest and stuff. But actually, that stayed together better than I thought it would. Extra. Do you have the Studio Series blaster there that came? Well, actually, it didn't come with anything. Well, he did come with this regular tape, but yeah, that's the Studio Series blaster there. I have an extra one of them as well, from the Kingdom or whatever the first one. Yeah, you got those separately. Yeah, it's did you pick them up on the re-release when they started putting them out again? That's a big one to put together. I don't do a lot of Bayverse stuff. I have a few Bayverse figures. I don't really have any on display though, I don't think. I have Bumblebee Optimus Prime. I have Rise of the Beast Prime out here. But I had the re-release of the Studio Series Bayverse Prime that came with the trailer, and I just did not like it. The grill never tabbed. Actually, the tab on my grill broke, and I took it back. Like, it broke instantly. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this thing. Yeah, sorry. The guy wasn't transformed yet. So, Misfire. Yeah, Misfire is hard. Oh, Trigger Happy. How's it going? Thank you for jumping in here. I didn't know that you follow me. I follow you on Instagram. Yeah, Misfire is the only one I'm missing from that, and me having the other two in the Takara release. I really want the Takara release of Misfire, so that's even more. It's that whole Titans Return era of Takara versus Hasbro. The vast majority of the Takara ones were better, though. I had a little spill about Brainstorm earlier. I'm not sure that I like the Takara Brainstorm as much as the just the box standard toy deco one that came out to start with. I do have the larger Takara Brainstorm that kind of came out in that era. But yeah, Misfire is one. Of course, Nautilus, that's another hard one to get. They all come from that mold, but that mold's great. Like, I really love that all the retools of kind of that blur mold or whatever. So oh yeah, so some Hellcat. You got is it okay if I say Hellcat? Because that's what Gato Diablo means, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be completely wrong here, but Gato Diablo is Hellcat, right? Got them. So you did the whole you did the journey, huh? You you went searching for them and found them all out. So that's a hard one too, because that was before they were committed to like making sure everyone got all their combiner pieces, I feel. So that I feel that was like a hard one to do maybe. So Trigger Happy, they it's so confusing what Hasbro does with some of this stuff now. Like, it seems like they would because they just did Slug Slinger, so maybe they'll do some of the other ones. Maybe they'll do them as a retro reissue, but like they do the retools. So like I've got this, and like this is one I was excited about. Like if you're in the West, you probably don't care about this, but like when this figure of this pack was released, I was like 100% have to get that because I have to get Buller to complete the rest of my my Headmaster Juniors. Now we just got to get Shuda and Cab and an actual Headmaster Minerva. But so if they're still doing Headmasters like and a roller for Optimus can fit Headmasters in them, it's like I don't know where they're at with that. It's like they're just kind of like IV dripping small little Headmasters in every now and then. So yep, Cat Devil. That's what I thought. So I don't know a lot of Spanish, but I know gato means cat, and yeah, Diablo. So speaking of some Headmaster stuff, another thing I picked up at the shop the other day was I picked up these couple little guys. I like Skytread. He's up here beside Minosaur. And then I picked up this little weirdo, Autobot Taro. I had this and a dog chewed it up, and I don't know why. It's like 15 might have been too much for it, but I don't know. I really like this little like small series of like Headmasters with their little vehicles guys that turns into guns and things like that. It was fun. It's still fun. I feel I have like the lion sawback in the closet over there. He's still never open, so maybe these get hung on the wall even. But pretty good price. And then I picked up the where is he? Wait, literally, where'd he go? I think my son came in here and snagged him because I sat him right there. I picked up the 8-Face as well, who apparently has disappeared on me. I bet I know who got them because my son was in here messing with my stuff, and oh, there he is. I knew it. The little 8-Face was cool, who has the same Headmaster as the Siege 8-Face, except a little bit different. If anyone knows, maybe Trigger Happy, I know you're very well versed in this, which deco is this? Is this more the animation deco versus the toy? Because the original 8-Face has a different head. I know this one on the back of it doesn't have the ape eyes, but I can't recall which one that is. And they made a couple different versions of this too. I'd like to pick up a couple because I don't know, there's something about these little guys that were fun. And I really wish Hasbro would like return to bringing more like fun into the mainline stuff, instead of like putting out just like things that it doesn't seem like kids are really like connecting with anyway. So do something maybe more fun. I don't know, like this is a $10 versus the stuff that's out there now with the like the Cyber World stuff. I don't know, they're kind of fun, but I don't know. This was more fun to me. That's just me though. But yeah, so I grabbed that guy the other day. Been meaning to get him for a while. Also picked up this homie, and he's got Grimlock's head inside of him from Titan's Return, so that's fun. What else we got? Ooh, where we at? Got a Transformers Prime RC for $5, and I've been meaning to pick up. Like, I really want the first edition of this mold, but it's kind of pricey. There's the Angel Engine version from APC Toys, which APC does a fantastic thing, but this was like $5 or $10, and God, you got to love the engineering that came from like 2010. It's just it was pretty amazing compared to like even some of the stuff they do now, and to make this pretty convincing bike. And it's a beautiful, beautiful figure too. I wish you had the 2 blades instead of just the one that combines with the gun, but it can create a pretty awesome stance. So let's see. So you're not Spanish. My most recent figures again, we're just an Ironhide. Yeah. So yeah, the Ironhide Ratchet. I actually saw that Ironhide today at Target with the Megatron, the re-release of the Megatron of Optimus, as well as the Wheeljack and the Side Swap. But the Side Swap has the Red Alert head, which is kind of weird. I don't know why they did that to it. I don't have that side swap mold in that color to be a true side swap. So it's kind of like, should I pick that up? But man, that Wheeljack, they have played that mold to death. I've got the 5-pack version of him up there, and that's my Wheeljack now. So it's pretty good. Yeah, the last Ironhide I picked up was aside from the Studio Series one and the Siege one, then it would have been the Bumblebee movie one. And I had it for a second. I don't know. I didn't enjoy the vibes. And honestly, I know the Studio Series Ironhide is really good, but I prefer that Siege mold. I know a lot of people don't like the feet hanging off the back, but I really, really like that mold. Those are the ones I actually have displayed. I don't even have the ratchet of that mold, of the newer mold, and or rather the Studio Series version of it. And the Ironhide that I have is in a box because I bought it on clearance, and he's living in the box because I tried that mold. It doesn't stick together, the newer one. So I prefer those older molds of the Ironhide personally. So yeah, Lee, I noticed the new side swap head. It's kind of like, what's happening here? Like, what's going on? We are too deep in the game for you to be releasing that mold for the good Lord. Y'all realize that side swap mold has been out since 20. Oh my gosh, the base mold would have been the first of Siege. So around 20, I got married in 2018. So like end of 2017, first of 2018. And we're in 2020, almost a decade old. That mold is still coming out, which, to be fair, great mold. I love that side swap mold. We got the Gigawatt out of it, and then we got all the 9,000 versions, the Tiger Tracks and everything, and then the massive retools of the, where are they? The other Countachs or whatever up there. There are too many Transformers names in the world, but great mold, but it's wow. And we're still getting new ones. Goodbye, Gato. Thank you for dropping by. Hope we see you again, friend. Stay tuned. We'll do some stuff on the channel that's fun. We're trying to work our way there. Shoot us a message over at theweeklytf@gmail.com if you ever have any questions. Okay. Do I know how to transform everyone? Yes, I do. My thing is I do not like to use instructions. It's like they're puzzles, right? They're fidget toys and they're puzzles. And so when I get one, I don't look up anything unless I get to like every now and then there's like a very specific thing that I don't feel like I did right. But like RC here, like I couldn't figure her out for a minute. I just had to like monkey around with her, and then I finally figured her out. So that's one thing I enjoy the most about these, especially if I get a brand new figure. The instructions don't get looked at. I think I looked at the instructions on Star Convoy here. Not for this or truck mode, but for base mode, because base mode is fairly contrived. It's just some weird stuff that you have to do for base mode that kind of like, it's not natural. And then the same with like Tidal Waves base mode, Tidal Waves over there somewhere. That kind of stuff. But for most things, I just figure it out because I don't know. I like, it's almost like it's like a new discovery every time I get one. I enjoy that part about it. So, so this 8-face head is based on the G1 toy. Thank you, Trigger Happy. I appreciate that. I that's what I thought. Because I thought that one was the toy head and then maybe one was the animation head. There are way too many like micro Transformers packs for any of us to keep up with. So, kudos to you guys who can remember all these things, but I couldn't think of a Trigger Happy's name a while ago. So that's just a function of work and life and too many things in the head, right? So I thought out y'all. Well, what's some stuff that you guys are looking forward to? What's some things that you got here recently? What's something you want to know from me? Did the stream not just kind of like throw out some things that I picked up the other day after our other stream. Again, like I'm super excited to like pop into this pack. And I mean, I guess I could open this up on here if y'all want me to. I mean, pretty much everything has been done. Everyone knows what everything is. It's just different colors. Like Magnus here, I'm gonna steal this from my buddy Will, who said this Optimus Prime mold it goes way too hard for what it is. It didn't have to be this good. This mold is like amazing, especially when like I've got the freaking God, sorry, you're gonna hear me blow these things off because there's dust all over this, guys. I got to do some dust. And like, I picked up the Missing Link version of this because I was like, oh, I have to get that, right? But like, this is the same thing. It is G1 Optimus, just not die-cast. It's not as nice as this, but it is a phenomenal figure. And if you have the other one, it's going to be the same thing, but he's great, right? I haven't messed with this bumper yet, but I messed with the Bumblebee version of this mold, and I do not like this as Bumblebee. I actually had this, I bought this figure, and then my nephew got this figure for Christmas, and I got to mess with it. And I was like, oh, I hate this a lot. So I returned the actual Bumblebee version of this mold because I was like, I'm not paying $25 for this. Like, I'm sorry if I talk too much about price, but you know, we got to consider budget sometimes and all this. I'm like, I'm not paying this for this figure. I hate it. I'd rather have my OG Netflix one that I gave Optimus Prime's gun, Core Class Optimus's gun, because I just felt it fit better. And I'd rather have this than this, since I have actually picked up the retro card of this guy as well. But this guy's going to stand up here because I like that mold. It astounds me that this guy is based off of the Skull Cruncher mold. So, I mean, I can see it in the knees and stuff, but that's astounding. The things that like Evan and Mark can do with retools is it's amazing, the things that they can do with these things. And then, I mean, come on, Animated Prime, it's great. And they make a Nemesis version of them. If they make a Black Optimus Prime, you got to get it. You can't not get it. I have the Motormaster up there with the DNA upgrade kit, and I've actually got the other DNA upgrade kit pre-order too. If y'all want to see that, if you want to see the Motormaster with the upgrade kit, let me know. I can pull it down because, man, like that is a fantastic kit. But BioWe just released the, let me get him here. Their version of the other upgrade kit for this. And it's actually the whole figure and everything. And it's probably going to be way cheaper than buying the Hasbro figure and putting it on to make the Wing Prime. But this is a fantastic upgrade kit. I like it a lot. I don't necessarily want to have upgrade kits to make figures how they're supposed to be, but this is like a true upgrade. And Animated is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, series of Transformers. Actually, it might be my favorite. And I'm one of those weirdos who like Transformers Prime as well. I know a lot of people out there don't like Transformers Prime, but man, this is one, and it also makes them just look super sick. Let me catch up with the chat here real quick. All right. Extra Rage says, open it. Trigger Happy says, let's see. Yeah. The Trigger Happy, as my buddy Will says, I'm in for a penny, I'm in for a pound now with the 13 primes. I wasn't necessarily going to do it, but I've kind of gotten down the rabbit hole on them now. And if anyone, I said this the other day, but if anyone has missed this guy, Prima is excellent. Seems boring. Stock photos are boring, but like this, I picked him up because he was the first one, the first of the new Primes I saw in the first of the new series. Like, all right, I'll get him and see what he looks like. I really like this figure a lot. I did not expect to. I'd pre-ordered Solus as well, and she is excellent. I gave her 2 hammers because she's the well, actually 3 technically, because she's the hammer chick. And this little Micronus Minotaurus, whatever his name was, that came with one of the Doom Destructions. That's actually her little hammer dude. So that's really cool that they're combining that lore. Like Mark is really like trying to weave the lore into the figures as he can. I just wish we actually had some like real lore. Like we had, I know we're getting like the Energon Universe, which is an amazing comic book. I'm not caught up on that at all. But like I wish we got more put into this kind of stuff. Because he's really like in his head, like he's got some head canon going on that's really cool that I really like to see. And then back there I have Megatronus. I've done a review of him actually. I don't have the new Alpha Trion yet. I've got the old Alpha Trion there. I got the Nova back there, as well as the Vector. I shoved what's his face wrong down there as well, because why not? But yeah, Trigger Happy. I think I'm in. I'm at this point I'm going to be in for the primes. With Hasbro redecoing the Hiss tank, I'm really got a suspicion that they may be retooling that at some point into a Primus. I could be wrong. I mean, I have no knowledge of any of that whatsoever. But they, that opens a lot of doors. It would be expensive, but I think we would all go for a Primus, and I think we've all been kind of waiting for a Primus for a while. So, we'll see. So, Lee, you say just couldn't like the A62 series Bumblebee, even though it's in one for sale. Yeah, like, I mean, Lee, I was about to say for $10, I might have bought it just to have, but I'm honestly, I don't know that I would have. I really don't like that mold. It just doesn't, there's something about it. Like the car mode looks good. It looks like it, but it's just something about it. Like I think that the, maybe the Cliff Jumper version will look better, but there's something about the chest. It doesn't feel right. There's something like, I like to say there's something nebulous about it. And I may be using that term incorrectly, but there's just something that doesn't make, I don't know, it doesn't feel right about that mold. So, man, yeah, Trigger Happy. If like you've watched some of the old streams before they revealed the last HasLab, they were standing in front of that case that had like a bunch of Unicrons, and there was like a little Primus up there in the corner. I feel like they're just kind of like, just dropping it in there. I feel like at some point, I feel like we're going to get it. And I really, really feel now with that Hiss tank, like that's really like, that's eye-opening. And I know there is a, oh man, what's the name of it? There's, so for Lyle Kaiser, they used 3 members of that team, or 4 for like another team at some point. So like that could be kind of tossed around, but it's just kind of like, man, you've got all that went into that into Unicron. And let's be honest, HasLab's about making money, and or Hasbro, and they're going to make it. I don't put that on the designers whatsoever. They're just doing their job. I truly believe Evan and Mark love what they do. They care about what they do. It's just the corporate guys that are like, that make them watch some streams, and you can just tell when they're like, yeah, we did this, and like an animated, for example, animated Wreck-Gar. It's like, yep, this isn't what people are going to like, but we made this thing. Buy it. No. Save your money, buy animated Wreck-Gar. He's way better. The Trash Master or whatever. Yeah, and based on the clues, I really think we're going to get a Primus. And that thing's going to sell like hotcakes. And also, I don't know if you guys know about the new modeling of that Hiss tank. It's going to be a limited production run based upon pre-sales. So instead of doing a funding tier, it's going to be, we'll take orders up until this date. We will make that much because they have the tooling, right? They already have the toolings made for it. They already have all the injection molds and everything made for it. So they can do it for like a bit cheaper of a price. And they're only going to take X amount of orders, so it's a limited release. And actually, that's what I think they should do for a lot of things. I think that would make things work out a lot better if they would just do limited releases of a lot of things. Then we don't have to worry about retailers, stocking stuff and having to put too many things up. But they have to pay for that original tooling, I guess. However, there are some things that I don't know. Well, actually, I originally jumped on here to talk more about something else tonight, but maybe I'll save that for another stream. Yes, so let's see. Let me catch it. Anything else in here? All right. No new chats. Oh, wait. Let's see. Who said I should open something a while ago? Extra Rage, if you are still in the chat, let me know. And I will open part of that 4-pack. Let me know if you're still in the chat, and if you are, let me know which one of that 4-pack you want me to pop out, and I'll pop one out for you. Until then, we've got this guy that I'm very torn about what to do with this, because buddy of mine got it for me. And with all the issues of this, I don't know if I should open it or if I should leave it boxed up. And if I do open it, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, because I'm so terrified of touching this thing. It's like, to me, this feels almost the equivalent of a G1, or I guess it's technically G2. Anyhow, an original Black Zyric in box. Like, you buy that thing and it could crumble to pieces inside the box. So it's like, do I open this, or do I just stick this on the Optimus Prime shelf over here and leave it be in this nice, pretty box that they so graciously put it in? Which, I mean, the artwork looks great on that. Can't remember who they said did the artwork on this. I don't know if this was this a Marcelo thing? I'm not going to pretend to know the artist and all the artists that do things, but I mean, packaging looks great. So, you know, other than that, we've also got Onyx Prime. I'm actually pretty stoked about this. I've had this thing for probably 2 months. I don't know. I don't have time to open things sometimes. That's pretty sad in a way, I guess. I don't know. Did you guys see that a lot of the things that have been like already hanging out for a few months now are jumping up on price? Like, sorry, I just looked down here and I saw a Skybite, and it made me think about that, like, this guy jumped up to 39 or no 42, if I'm not mistaken, on Hasbro Pulse's website. So excellent figure, except for Liam lost on his fins when we went to the beach. So I'm kind of like, man, I don't know. Let's see. So Trigger Happy Prime is one of your contenders for Toy of the Year. Yeah, oh man, we've got to start thinking about that, don't we? It is the end of the year. We got to start thinking about what we have as Toy of the Year. I will say, I did get to mess with Will's Omega Prime, and we actually did it on a live stream. And I'm like, hey, yep, I know how to do this. This is the toy from 2002. For Hasbro's. So Omega 1 fan vote. Yeah. I didn't keep up with the fan vote this year. I've been kind of a bad Transformers fan, I guess. Also got a little disheartened in it, because a lot of times when they do the fan votes, they're like, oh, we're going to do this fan vote and we're going to make this figure, but where's my lug nut? Where's my lug nut from like 4 years ago that, we voted on that. So, yeah, I like this guy. He's cool. Just waiting for the announcement of the Cyber Shark, because that's going to happen. I have the original Cyber Shark over there too. I like the Transmetals, or I did back in the day. And this dude's pretty fun. I liked him. And then he went down here on the shelf. I feel like a lot of stuff's doing that nowadays. Like, I get something that's like, oh, cool, 86 Megatron. That guy's really cool. Here you go. He's on the shelf. The other thing I finally picked up after forever. Come here. As I talk to inanimate boxes. I finally picked up G2 Breakdown, because Will, and I know Lee knows Will, Trigger Happy. You probably don't know Will, but he's my buddy who we do streams with every now and then. He had messaged Evan a few weeks back And at some point, they do plan on completing G2 Menasor. So I'm like, well, I guess I better go ahead and get a G2 breakdown so we don't repeat the breakdown problem that we had before, because that was a big issue. So yeah, I kind of like having them. I may just keep these guys all in boxes because I think it might be fun to have all the G2 versions in their boxes. And up with the other Menasor, who's back there somewhere. Actually, he's over there. And if anyone ever wants to see anything, y'all let me know. I'm more than happy to pull anything down. I don't have like an impressive collection as compared to someone. I'm pretty sure Sugar Happy's probably way better at this stuff than I am. Yeah, before he goes up in price, yeah, because he's 22 on Amazon right now. That's the cheapest I've seen him. So I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So because once it goes, it goes. I just realized once I get the G2 version, I will have 3 copies of Menasor, because I also have the Toyori Deco that was a San Diego Comic-Con that's in the closet. Man, I've got a problem, y'all. But yeah, I like that breakdown figure a lot, actually. Way more than I probably should have. That was one of the, when I got it, I was surprised at how much I actually liked it. And now he just lives on Menasor, unfortunately. Who if you have Menasor, I highly recommend getting an upgrade kit for him, because it makes him really good. The hand, just giving the extra expression of the hands and the extra length on the legs. I feel like it adds a lot to him, and especially the sword. You know what? Let's just. Oh, come here, Menasor! Don't knock over everybody. So, yeah, adding the God, everything's so dusty. Adding the extra height to him. Oh, come on now. And to be fair, it's an upgrade kit, so it doesn't stay together super great sometimes. Also, I got the 4th party version of this for like $20 instead of paying DNA prices, because it was yeah, I didn't want to pay $70 for this thing. God, come on, let me get his feet in here. There it is. But giving him this better sword really does him a lot of favors. If nothing else, the sword just by itself looks great, and the hands do a lot, and the extra length here makes him not look so squatty. So yeah, I recommend getting this. Like, I got this upgrade kit off AliExpress for like $25 or something. It's like the knockoff version. I highly recommend doing that. So I have Metroplex. Trigger Happy, if you missed it, man, like that Metroplex is that was a crazy good deal. I know he normally is like, he is the price of what, 5 commanders basically, but that is not what I paid. I just threw out an offer randomly and someone accepted it. I'm like, well, I guess I got to pay for that now. And I like him a lot, especially to be the first Titan. I think he did a lot of heavy lifting back in the day, and he's really big. I wish I had an upgrade for him for his feet and his hands. I love the lights and sounds on that guy. Yeah, but I really like that I don't know, he's over there fighting Dinosaur Man, fighting Trypticon, you know. And my Fort Max is actually the Japanese version. That's the Titan I paid the most for, just because I traded a bunch of stuff at a local shop. And I paid too much for it probably, but you put batteries in him and he sings the Headmaster song in Japanese. It just makes me feel good. I like it a lot. So, you know, whatever. Let's see what we have here. Let's see. You've seen the prices for White Break. Lee, I haven't looked at the prices for White Break down here recently. I'm really surprised they have not reissued that. I never saw that on shelf. I pre-ordered that thing because I knew, like, you do this hobby long enough, you know certain things. When you're doing a combiner team, you best just get what you can when you can get it, because it's not, and especially when it comes to, so Breakdown was last wave of his, you know, subsection or whatever. He was like wave 4 or whatever. And he was short packed, I think. Can't remember. That was like 4 years ago. Anyhow, when it comes to things like that, it's like, oh yeah, you better get them. You better pre-order it, because they're not going to make a lot. If it's something like, oh crap, Shadow Strip's the other one. Drag Strip here. He was wave 1. The store's going to be lousy with wave 1 figures. Matter of fact, this guy was still selling at the Walmart in my hometown. Actually, up until this year, I saw him on the clearance section finally, because Walmart's warehouses are going to like stock a ton of these first ones. But if stores don't sell them fast enough, they're not going to order new cases because they don't see the cases in waves. They're just going to keep selling what they have in their stock, right? So if you are looking at a wave like 4 or 5 item that you want, you best get it, because you're never going to see that on shelf. It's very rare that you're going to see that stuff on shelf, because stores got to sell their warehouse items before they order new cases of stuff, especially if it's a short pack. That's what happened with Cosmos. He was a short pack, secondary wave, and then he got a re-release, luckily. But I do not have Trigger Happy Philip. That is one that we talked about earlier. That's one of the few, actually that's the only one that I'm missing to have those Headmasters complete. Let's see, what else do we have here? Superion. Yes, I do. I don't have them put together though. I had all the Aerobots down there kind of in separate pieces, which I did a whole spill on this last year about how I don't like Superion. He looks like crap, and I like Devastator better or whatever. Man, I'm eating crow on that one, because Superion is way better, and Devastator really disappointed me. That's my next review is going to be Devastator, and how I feel about that. Again, that's just my opinion. Everyone has their own, but like, I was very impressed with these, and even the fact that the last 2 members of the team were just like retools and redecos. Those redecos do a lot of heavy lifting for it. Silverbolt here with the weird like trailer thing on the back of it actually is, it feels good. It's heavy. It's like this big UFO plane thing. I liked it way better than I thought it was. So yes, Superion may be a lot happier than I thought that was going to. See, Trigger Happy, anyone ever saw breakdown in stores? Yeah, I never saw them in stores. I never saw G2 breakdown in stores. Never. Zero. That's kind of what made me like be afraid that he was going to be hard to get. Finally, I finally snapped and bought him. I know he's still available and everything, but he seems to be holding about the price that he is. And I finally bought him. But again, even that G2 was wave 4 of something, if I'm not mistaken. And he was what, Legacy United? Yeah, like a wave 4 of Legacy United. Never saw him on shelf. I never saw the Soundwave on shelf, because that's, you're moving out of those late waves into the new product. So you're moving from like the end of United into Age of the Prime. So stores are starting to stock those new items to those old ones. And those old items, they're going to have to go on clearance. They're just going to send them back or do whatever they do with them. Back Superion. Yeah, Superion's great. So let's see. Yeah, for Drag Strip for $8. Yeah. I actually have multiple Shadow Strips because I picked up a couple of those at Ross for cheap, because I was like, why not? Philip, what did you get for cheap, and what stance you talking about? Superion? Yeah, really surprised me. Like this is another one of those that photos and videos I don't feel do justice. Just like I was talking about Prima earlier, I don't feel like photo and video of Prima does Prima justice. He's a lot better than you would think, and his transformation can kind of be a little annoying. It's not convoluted. It's pretty straightforward. It's just kind of get stuff to line up. It's kind of like meh. But the figure's great. It does a lot of heavy lifting, and these primes are so good. Like, it kind of amazes me, like, how much budget they put into the first that wave. Now, they are just all pretty much straight one color with a few deco hits, but it kind of impresses me that they went that hard on some of those. Again, those are like first and second waves, and they do tend to go a little bit harder on first and second wave things than they do on latter waves. But yeah, Superion really surprised me way more than I thought it was. So let's see. Amazing too, but you know your stuff. When did you start collecting? Let's see. Thank you. I don't think I know my stuff. I think there's a lot of people out there who know more than me. And I'm not trying to know things I don't guess. I don't know. Sorry, Trigger Happy. I'm not good at taking compliments. I guess I should say thank you. I started collecting. So I've loved Transformers since I was a kid. I was born in '83. So like literally grew up with Transformers. I didn't have a lot when I was a kid though. My first Transformer that I can really remember having like myself, because it was kind of a tie. My cousin had Thrust, but he was missing all his parts. And he gave me just like the body. I still have it to me. And that's why like Thrust is like my favorite character. There's something about just the maroon jet that I really like. But this was when I was like 4, so I wasn't like collecting. And then I got the first one I can really remember like getting is like Sea-Wing and Center Twin. And then I had some of the Micromasters and stuff when I was a kid, and some of the bases, and like I really liked those. I always wanted to play with my cousins, like Optimus Prime. He's like, you can't play with that, you'll break it. I grew up, and then eventually Beast Wars. Well, I bought a couple G2 figures, Sea Spray, who I did on previous stream when I opened the new Sea Spray, who's great, by the way. Didn't do stuff for a while because then we hit Power Rangers and things like that. But then Beast Wars came out, and I really enjoyed Beast Wars. I liked the figures. There was that initial trepidation of like, what is this? This isn't my Transformers. But then it's like, oh, this is pretty cool. So like, I started collecting again there, and what I really honed in on was Transmetal 2. So I've got like the full collection of Transmetal 2s, including Transmetal 2 Black Arachnia. She was like my grail back in the day, and I had 2 of her. And then after that, I always kind of like stayed into it a little bit. That was like my, kind of pre-high school years. And then I got a job and a credit card and learned about eBay, how to eBay things, and helped my buddies kind of get back into it. Helped him get his first Starscream and Megatron. And then we kind of collected together, kind of on and off for a while. I was out of the game for from 2000s. I got some of the RID stuff. I've got the original Omega Prime, and a few things here and there. But I was out of it until like 2018, I guess. I kind of fought getting stuff. I was like, oh, those are cool. Like I wanted to get some time to return stuff, but I never really got it. And I was like, I don't have a place for this. And then sorry, everything's dusty over here. I went visit my buddy Jackson, who, if you stay around the channel, you'll hear about Jackson. He is my mysterious benefactor, is what I used to call him, because he used to give me things to to look at. And he gave me a Siege Ironhide, or actually gave it to my oldest son. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then I went to Walmart one day, and they had 30th anniversary Optimus in the animation. I don't have him up there anymore. I took him down. He got replaced by Studio Series. Oh, he's right here on the Optimus shelf. I saw cell shaded Optimus Prime. I was like, oh, that's cool. So I grabbed him. And then my second one, weirdly, that I grabbed was Sound Blaster, because you could put 2 tapes in the chest. And then I grabbed Laserbeak and Ravage. And then stuff just started spiraling. Then the pandemic hit, and then I worked from home, and then I really started going down the rabbit hole of stuff. And that's really kind of what kicked back up my collecting. So yeah, that's sorry, that was a long-winded story. But so really, I've been back into collecting since, I guess, like 2018, 19. Yeah, but I've kind of been about this my whole life. Like even back in the early aughts, me and my buddy Jackson, we always talked about wanting to go to a BotCon or whatever. And I actually did go to BotCon in 2022. He was supposed to go with me, and it didn't work out. So me and my wife and my son, who was 3 then, went, and it was really cool. Met David Kay, super nice dude. Met Simon Furman, super cool dude. Met Bob Budiansky. He seemed a bit standoffish, actually. Those posters are drawn and signed by them. But yeah, pretty cool. Let me just catch up on the chat here real quick. Let's see. Not yet extra. No, let's see. Okay, so yes, extra. I will open that. Let me know what you want to see. Concho. So we actually looked at the Nemesis and Star Saber this past weekend on our stream, and I want it because I want the Star Saber, and I love a Nemesis Prime. I mean, again, I picked this up the other day. If it's a black deco of Optimus, I'm gonna pick it up. But I was kind of like, yeah, I'll get it just because. And like, actually, no, I really like it a lot. The teal shines on it. On the feet, it's like it looks really good. The mangled face actually looks way better in person than images can convey. Actually, I'm not as excited about the mini cons as I was actually about the Optimus figure itself. I have the other Star Saber over there as well. I think I kind of like the old Star Saber versus the new one. The new one has better articulation on it and everything. But yeah, I'm going to pick that up at some point. But it hasn't gone live yet. I'm not a Pulse Premium member. That'll go live in November. We'll see how that works out then. Let's see. Hello, Hellcat. Yeah, you guys let me know what you want to see out of that 4-pack tonight, and I will bust one of them out and we'll see what we think about it. And Trigger Happy, if you're still here with us, did I get all your questions answered? I kind of rambled there, but Trigger Happy, I'm trying to stream once a week now. I used to make reviews weekly, but editing and stuff takes so long and like shooting everything. So I don't know. I thought I would try this out and see how it goes. So yeah, drop back by. I hope to do this every Monday. I'm off on Tuesdays, so maybe I can do this every Monday. And let me know anything you want to see. Trigger Happy, hit me up on the socials. I guess is that the thing. Man, I hate saying buzzwords. It makes me feel ick, which is a buzzword too. But Trigger Happy, shoot me any messages or whatever. DM me on Instagram or anything if you have any questions or if you ever want to talk. Instagram is a great way to contact me if you ever want to talk about anything. I love making friends in this community. That's literally the whole reason I started this channel, is to try to make friends and like get back to stuff. So hit me up. Thank you so much for dropping by. I really appreciate that. So, all right, got to Comrade. All right, Comrade. So where's everyone joining us from around the world from? Let's get a sound off from our countries of origins before we choose to. I think the consensus is that someone wants me to pop something out of this. So I'll give y'all a minute. Y'all let me know what you want to see in this, and I'll pop it up. I'll answer this next question. Yes, so I do have some third-party figures. I have some DNA kits. Actually, the kit on Menasor here is a third-party kit. I don't collect a ton of third-party. I collect enough to know that I think I like New Age better than Magic Square. Magic Square is, here's an example. Magic Square is freaking beautiful. I mean, they are animation accurate. They look great. I can't say anything about them. Anything like too negative about them. Like I love Magic Square things, but the plastic's like soft. And they are not fun to transform. I have Magic Square Menasor actually that I'm going to sell because I'm just like, I just don't enjoy like messing with them. And I like to fidget with these are fidget toys for me. I like to like mess with things. So if you want to buy a figure just to sit on your shelf, then, like that. Also, most of my experience is with third-party Legend scale stuff. I don't have a ton of experience with third-party like regular scale items. That being said, I do have actually a fourth-party Rise the Beast Prime here from Bawi. This is great I mean, the plastic doesn't feel super great, but there's actually some metal in it. And for less than what this guy was going for before he got a re-release, why not? And he came with a bunch of extra crap. So that was cool. Other than that, I have, let me see, what else third party do I have? I mean, I have some third party stuff. I don't really have any third party stuff displayed though, aside from upgrade kits. I have messed with, oh man, who made the King Poseidon bots? Oh man, who was that? I can't remember. I can't remember now. There's so many companies out there. Anyhow, I've messed with like the third party King Poseidon, the third party Lao Kaiser, not the DX9 one, the larger one. Let's see, third party God Jinrai. I don't know. I pointed at something over here. Y'all probably couldn't. We can't see because of him anyhow. There's Masterpiece God Jinrai, but I've messed with the third party version of him before the Masterpiece came out. You know, I've messed with some X Transbot stuff. They vary in quality and enjoyment. Road Caesar. I messed with the third party Road Caesar. I think that might be X Transbots as well. But a lot of times they don't like hold together well. There's definitely some things that are here and there. And I'm not like much of the Masterpiece era of stuff. The only reason I have Masterpiece God Jinrai is because he was the same price basically as getting the Titan's Return version. So I was like, well, I might as well get the Masterpiece. Sorry, that's Super Jinrai, not God Jinrai. And that's what he's not Power Master Optimus Prime. He is Jinrai. Yeah, so I have a little bit on some of the third party stuff. If you have a specific question, let me know. I'll see if I can answer that, and I can pull from my tiny well of knowledge that I have. So, all right, comrade, you want to see the Ultra Magnus? Have you not seen the Optimus Prime of that mold yet? Because it's great. All right, Magnus is on this side. I'll see how much I have to say about the Magnus because I have I've already messed with him a lot. I think it's a great figure, by the way, if you don't have him. Comrade, where in the world are you located? Also, I'm very particular about packaging. I like boxes. I keep things together. It's kind of a weird quirk I have, I guess. I don't know. I can't rip boxes open. I've been like this since I was a kid. I don't like to rip things open. So, Ohio. What part of Ohio? Are you northern Ohio? Are you southern Ohio? I have friends around the Cuyahoga Fall area. I just work around the Dayton area and stuff back in the day. Miami, Ohio, right there kind of across the line. Cleveland area, just outside of Kentucky. I've been around that area a little bit back in the day. Of course, this was, over a decade ago. Ooh, I really like the blue of this Enertron Axe. That's beautiful. Let me get a tool here. Let's see. You're not sure what part of Ohio you're from? Let's see here. It's open. So we're going to take a look at this guy, and we're probably going to jump out because I need to go have some time with my wife. I started this stream. Oh, well, cut that one. While she was doing some stuff, I think she was done doing whatever she's doing. So, yeah. So he said you started collecting again since you had your son and wanted to pass down the collection once he's old enough. He loves Vortex. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. The Vortex that Vortex is a phenomenal figure. And yes, if you hang around the channel here long enough, you'll see my youngest son on here with me. He actually currently has my Sky Shadow from time to time. It was probably a mistake on my part, but he said he would take care of it. But yeah, we do things together. We unbox Blokies and stuff together. yeah, it's it's fun having the hobby with your kid, you know. Oh, you're on the edge of Ohio. So are you on the are you on which edge of Ohio? Are you on the Kentucky edge of Ohio? Or what would that be? West Virginia is the other one? All right. So I will say fist or paint. All right. So here we got the Magnus, which, God, this thing looks actually phenomenal. Those orange eyes, I don't know if they're translating enough on this or not. Come on. Do the thing that YouTubers have to do where you hold a hand up. And even without the light coming through, like those eyes like really pierce with the light piping. Man, this is actually great. Yeah, I highly recommend nabbing this little pack if you can. If not for no other reason, just because of this guy. And I know it's kind of an expensive pack. I mean, it's like 98 or something like that. But the Target right now, where you can probably find this thing, they are doing 25% off a purchase, or any toy purchase, and then you can get 15 off a purchase of 40 or more. So you can kind of pick your poison there, and you can. Oh no, I don't like how that's stuck in there. Oh, well, that's gonna be hard to get out. But anyhow, if you want this 4-pack, check out Target app, Target.com. Sign up for their app, and you can get a discount on them. Because I mean, 25% off. This is great. And if you've never experienced, yeah, exactly. Target Circle's having 25% off. How do you pronounce your name, by the way? Is that Concho? Is that correct? Let me know if you have any. I'm from the South. You know, we notoriously can't say things good, so but I try. Concho, do you have this set? Because, or do you have this Optimus in general? I'll go ahead and transform for you guys. I'll talk about this. I will say the gun being fully painted, I don't understand why they had to do that, because this is like, I think it's clear and then painted, which makes it really hard to get in the hand, which doesn't make any sense because all this was cast in white. So why are you painting that? And good Lord, this makes me uncomfortable. Like I'm going to, oh, I don't like that at all. This Energon axe is already stuck in his hand. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We're going to push that guy out. If I can. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. Okay. We're going to get some sanding going on this or something. Ooh, that felt very, very uncomfortable. I did not like that one bit. But God, man, every time I pick this up, I forget how good this figure is, which I only saw this guy on the shelf like once or twice because, again, he was a late wave figure, which is kind of crazy considering he's the flagship for the year. Y'all sound off. Let me know if you have this. You know, comrade, sometimes I have the touch. Sometimes I have the power. I feel I have less of it now than I used to. The touch and the power is leaving me daily, but we still get up and we keep trying, right? That's what matters. God, this is such a good figure. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. I can't, they did not make a big enough deal of this figure. Not even this Magnus specifically, just in general. The deluxe Optimus, because golly, that's so good. That's so good. It has no right being this good as a deluxe. Oh my gosh, that just looks beautiful. Wow, and this actually tabs in better than the original, because the original one, like, it kind of has trouble like sticking together here sometimes. But oh my gosh, oh, I love it so much. But there's no reason I should like a white Optimus Prime with nothing going on with him as much as I love this. But there is just something about this. The smokiness of the windows goes so hard, and the fact that it's clear all the way around, it breaks it up. Wow, that's really good. That's good. I like that a lot. And of course, his gun can, well, it don't loop on right there. You can plug on right there, and then I guess we'll just like stick his Energon Axe right here. Oh, wait, Matrix. Oh, wait. I bet the Matrix is in the bag down there. I didn't open up the Hasbro Rito. So, yeah, but he'll have the Matrix. And I did have the other Optimus over here to compare him to, but I put him back in my son's room today. He likes to leave his stuff in here. What's my favorite of the 13? Okay, so are we talking like lore-wise, or just my favorite of the 13 that have been released and that are coming out now, like the new 13? Yes, comrade, I have the Studio Series 86 Magnus. He is right here. Oh, good figure. That's all I can say. I don't know. He's good. He looks good. I don't know if I have a lot of fun because it's like his shoulders kind of come on. Well, actually, there it is. His shoulders kind of come untab when you try to move it backwards. But yeah, he's good. He's been hanging out back there with the late series figures for a while now. Him and Rodimus Convoy, Rodimus Prime, whatever you want to call him. I kind of default to these Japanese names sometimes, I guess. Yeah, he's chilling back there. So, oh, I'm sorry, that was Techno. Oh, where did I get mine? My bad. I got 86 Megatron from. It's a good question. I think he was an Amazon pre-order, if I'm not mistaken. There are certain ones that you, I think that you need to like order, like you need to put in a pre-order if you have that capability. Special characters like 86 Megatron. Can y'all see him? Yeah, like 86 Megatron was one of those that I was like, no, that's a pre-order. It's got to be a pre-order. Same thing with 86 Prime, though. If you don't have 86 Prime, look for KOs. They're pretty good, way cheaper, and you can actually find them. Then there, you kind of have your auxiliary characters that it's like, maybe you'll get them or not. But there are certain ones that I really feel like you need to go ahead and like throw in the pre-order, or it's going to be hard to get. Late wave things, fourth wave, like fourth wave things that are short packed, like we talked about earlier with Breakdown. Those are things you really need to like go ahead and put a pre-order in if you want to make sure you get those. Let's see, just waiting on my pre-order from months ago from Big. So that's kind of Techno. That's kind of strange that you haven't gotten it from. Well, actually, no, that is kind of strange you haven't gotten it from Big Bad. Usually, like main releases like that, they're good with. Like I'm still waiting on my Phantom Strike, and I haven't heard from it. It's like 2 months late now. It kind of worries me a little bit. But Big Bad's usually pretty good, especially if you get an early pre-order with them. And like Concho, wow, you found a leader Megatron at a Target. Like that's pretty amazing. But you live in California. You're like right where like the first distribution starts, and then it starts working its way across the U.S. So I feel like you probably have a better shot than the rest of us over here, kind of on the East Coast have. Let's see. But yeah, to go back to my favorite of the primes, I think that was the question a second ago. My favorite of the 13. I'm going to go with my favorite of the 13. Wow, I'm so indecisive about things, y'all. I don't know a ton of the lore about all the 13. And actually, I don't think there's a ton of lore out, to be honest. There's some stuff out there, but I'm probably going to go with Megatronus. Megatronus because he was in the Machinima series, which people kind of hate on that. I didn't think it was that bad, but I kind of liked the tragic love story with him and Solus, and I won't spoil all that. I guess saying tragic does kind of spoil it, but I don't know. There's some like character stuff there that I kind of like, and then that Don Figueroa design of the new figure. Actually, did a review of that full figure if y'all want to check out the rest of the channel, and I really like that figure. There's only like one real complaint I have about it. That was the first Prime I got, and I was like blown away. The rest of them hadn't blown me away as much as Megatronus, I don't think, except for liking Prima more than I thought I would. I'm looking down here because that's where they are. So, Extra Rage, which one are you looking for me to open now? And does the Aegis Megatron face feel flat in proportion to his bucket helmet? Let's just see here. Oh, crap. There went Laserbeak. Also, you know this is getting some kind of redeco. They're not going to use this mold once. Like, this will happen again. We'll get the reformatting one. We'll get more toy colors, you know, with the red on the inside. We'll get comic. I want a comic version of this guy. That's what I want. And, you know, I don't think the face is too flat. It could protrude maybe a little bit more. But I think overall it's pretty good. I really like that they got the extra eyebrows in here. They got the extra V and then the two little triangular notches above it. I think they did a really great job with this, just to be honest. Could it be better? Yeah. Some people have complained about the cannon. I'm like, man, don't bother me. But, you know, I would like the legs to be a little bit different of a color. It cleans up really nice, though. Again, my only complaint about this guy is in tank mode. The turret rotates in a really weird way that bothers me. But it's not like any of us are keeping him in tank mode. Anyway, where did Laserbeak go? There he is. Let me get him back up here. Boom. All right, there we go. All right. Shoulders be a bit bigger. Are you talking about like the little like nubs on the shoulders need to be a little bit bigger? I mean, I could, for bot mode, I can see that. But also I can understand why they didn't do that for his alt mode. The entire gray part. Yeah, that I don't see why that wouldn't have that would have hurt to be a little bit blockier, because it's really not going to affect the tank mode at all. Like, so why not do it? All right. Let's see. Make sure I haven't missed anyone. So Extra Rage. I'm waiting on you to tell me what else you want to see. Anyone else out there? Got about maybe 5 minutes because I got to go have a conference with my better half. While y'all are figuring that out, I'm going to what do I think about the 86 Soundwave coming out soon? I think it looks good. I really want to see the see what the back of it looks like. On a weird note, I think it's really crazy that Hasbro's marketing team released a marketing photo of that with a panel missing on the front. Just blows my mind. Like, I used to be a photographer. Maybe no one else sees that stuff. Like, I hone in, I'm like, man, Hasbro needs to let me like take their photos because this is crap. Like, if you can't take a white photo in a box like correctly, you're doing something wrong. Anyhow, that's quick. The Soundwave I like. I don't know from just my first visual impressions if I like the Laserbeak and the Buzzsaw or not. I think I may like these better, but I'll reserve judgment until I actually see them. So, what do you think about it? And yes, I have that pre-order. And yes, any of y'all out there, if you want to get that, I highly suggest that you put in a pre-order for that because you may be in for a bad shock. So, yeah, we talked about Promise, and I think that with the Hasbro releasing a new version of the Hiss tank, that we do have a good chance of getting a new Primus. It's going to be not cheap, so save you pennies for that. But I think there is a chance that if they're breaking that seal with G.I. Joe, something that is just full cast pieces, that they are going to try to recoup some cost from that Unicron, who was a lot of pieces and who barely eked by. They're going to try to make their money back on that, I feel. So, Which Laserbeak head? This one or the United or the new one? Because they're all kind of different, right? You know what I want? Like I want the Cybertron Laserbeak, like the round one. Yeah, it's that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think the new cassettes. I don't think I like them as much as I like the old ones. I know that the new ones like wings actually bend, so that's cool. But I don't know. There's just something about those that I like better. It is very encouraging though that all of the old tapes are going to work in the new Soundwave. So that's really good to know, especially since they just put out the new Rat Bat. The Ram Horn and Two Friends 3-pack they put out at Target. Which Ram Horn, man, he's a fun little dude. He's just a little brown dude, he's just a little guy, a little brown guy, but man, he's got so much personality just to be a plop, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't use plop for something that's brown. I don't know. He's just a little plop. He's way better than Steeljaw, by the way. There's something about Steeljaw. He just kind of doesn't set right with me. So, all right, a couple more minutes here. Then we got to peace out. My wifey has to work tomorrow, and we've got to hang out for a minute. I got on this roll longer than I meant to be on this roll, but this is my Friday night. Maybe I'll jump back in after everyone goes to bed, and we'll see. But I thank you guys who jumped in here with us tonight. Really hoping to build this community more. I will try to start posting on like the post section, the community section, more if y'all would like me to, and especially with like deals and sales and all that kind of stuff. So, let's see. Okay, yeah. So this will be the last one we hit on. I haven't seen the Armada Jetfire, but I could have missed a leak. But we kind of touched on that on our live stream this past Saturday, actually. Me and Will think that they've got to be cooking that up because they have all the tooling in that new Nemesis Armada Prime for the combined super mode. And the way that Hasbro works with their business is they're going to put out the least desirable thing first, and then they're going to try to capture as many sales as possible, right? So Hound is an example, right? So we got Detritus, and we still actually have not seen a single release of that Hound. It's rumored, but they put out that Detritus mold or the remold of the Hound to get you to buy him first, and then they know you're going to buy a Hound again, right? I feel that's maybe what they're doing with the Nemesis and the Jetfire. I bet they're going to do, they just did the Nemesis. He doesn't have anything to combine with because he doesn't look correct with the Armada Prime. I almost bet they do a Nemesis Jetfire, and then they do the regular Jetfire because they're going to try to get you to buy that Nemesis Jetfire and then the regular Jetfire because they got to get. The aim is to get 4 uses out of a mold if possible. That's how they recoup their cost. And then there's things like Seekers and the Sideswipe mold. They just they make their money back in droves on those things. I could be wrong there. That's like tremendous speculation. I have nothing to go on as far as that goes. But I'd be all for it. I never had the Jetfire when I was a kid. I say kid, that's when I was in high school. I never actually got that Jetfire, and I always wanted it because I always thought that was really, really cool. So, Concho, I would be excited for that because that would be one of those things that I was like, oh, I always wanted this as a kid. And there's been what else do I have over? There's something that I had that I was like, oh, I always wanted this when I was younger. I can't remember now. Anyhow, we're going to leave it with that. I may be back in here later. We'll see. But I appreciate you guys who came out here. Pardon me while I touch my screen and try to figure out how to end the stream. I was up in the corner. So thank y'all for dropping by. I will try to hit y'all up again later. We'll see how things go. Peace, y'all.